Call Halalim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who taught us this word. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect, the Akim out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth, presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice. Alright, shalom to the very few sisters that may be listening as well. This is the brother y'all admire from the great millstone, Chicago camp, basically coming back to you with another lesson. This lesson is concerning that madness, with the brothers in, I think that was Pittsburgh in the Isupk camp, yelling absurdities, bouncing around, acting like, just niggers, you know what I'm saying? The brothers call them goons and gangsters, but the goons and gangsters don't walk up 10, 12 deep on two men, you know what I'm saying? That's giving a bad name to actual goons and actual gangsters. It was gangster that the brothers stood stiffly for the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, being few in number. But those guys are lunks, man. Those guys are reject. A lot of, I really don't want to call them what I want to call them, but I'm just saying, what it is, because we've been, not on that, giving them bad names or whatever they Israelites, so I don't want to, but they're niggas, These guys put me in the mind of those guys who couldn't make it on the block. Maybe they packed money wasn't right, or they were scared of Debo, so they just came into the truth, oh man, these brothers, they with the Bible, they tough, they seen the jackets and shit, they thought they was cool. ISUPK put me on the mind of those, them niggas that got ran off the block, they told their baby mama they was killers and shit, but they was the niggas that we was sending to the store, man. These guys are some... Look, I'm going to just get into the scriptures, man, because nothing about that was beneficial to the body of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. This is St. Matthew 7 in verse... matter of fact, I'm going to start at 1 and I'm going to go down. It says, "Judge not that ye be not judged, for with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you." Again, because they always yell obscenities, if I'm using the right word. They always talk shit about what we do, or, bring out false accusations about us, man. Circulating an evil report with no proof, But with their actions, man, judging them according to their actions, they're not the men of the Lord. The scripture says that a righteous man judges all things, and he himself is rightly judged of no one, paraphrasing. Nothing they doing is righteous, man. That's wicked as all hell, man. So they got an answer for that, man. So all this judgment and all this righteousness, they so-called, and all this honor and valor they so-called uphold in the name of General Yohana, because they not coming in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. They're gonna be judged for that, man. And they how they're gonna judge us, man. And this is the shit that they're doing. Nevertheless, we get down to verse 15. It says, "Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorns, or figs of thistles?" All right, so I can call them some shit, but this is their fruit. This is their labor. This is their works. Look at the men that they're bringing into the fold, man. These guys are wolves in sheep's clothing, man, because they come out there with the 12 tribe sign. They come out there with their bullhorn, and they come in and do what, man? Just mislead the flock, man. Giving a false idea of what Israelites and Israel are actually about doing. This is why I started off with the first verse. They say we make Israel look bad. Look at y'all making Israel look bad. Judge not that ye be not judged, man. We ain't doing nothing to make Israel look bad. None of the folly they bring out on us, they could even prove, man. All right? It's just a fucking gimmick, man. ISUPK is a fucking gimmick, man. Verse 17, it says, "Every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire." And that's what you're going to see, man. These guys are going to get judged by Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, chopped up and burnt up, man. Period, man. This is verse 19. It says, "Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore ye shall know that, whereby their fruits ye shall know them." Salaki, "Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. That's not the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. To go to brothers' camps, build on another man's foundation. All right, yell obscenities, man. Bring forth no fruit. Bring forth no edification. Bring forth no sort of knowledge, man. That was all just foolishness, man, and recklessness, man. You know, because Pee Wee and them chased you off the block, and you know you seen the man of the Lord, and you know you didn't have the balls to even go out into the actual life on your own, so you needed a group to look hard and shit. You know, Isupk might have been the most appealing thing to your eye, man, and you bought that madness, you know, to the flock of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, and you're not gonna make it like that, man. This is verse 22. It says, many shall say in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Because that's all they're doing, is they're working iniquity and complete wickedness, man. That was straight disruptive to the flow of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. But these things have to be done, you know, so you people can wake the fuck up, especially you people that are amongst that group after all the foolishness they have brought out, you know, throughout the years, man. Many years. Shit. You know, it seemed like every time right before the Passover, it's a new gimmick, it's a new doctrine, it's a new weak breakdown, you know, that don't even concur with the scriptures. All right, if I'm using the right word. It says, and then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Verse 23 again, depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the brothers, starting with the apostles and elders on down of great millstone, have built their foundation on the rock, and that rock is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, through the Holy Spirit, man, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. All right, bearing the yoke. All right, taking heed to ourselves and to the flock. You know, examining ourselves, going out day in and day out, week in and week out. You know, getting our shit together, keeping our shit wide tight. You know, as the Apostle Elder Rakah has said, man. You know, just building our house on that solid foundation, man. You know, it says, therefore, whoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And they built their house upon the sand because they hear the sayings of the Lord. They know who the 12 tribes of Israel are. They know what colors, you know, the Israelites are, the Lord is. You know, they know the basics. So, you know, the laws, keep the Passover. They know the basics, you know, Israelite things that are vital for salvation. But they don't do them. Just like even in that video, the little part of the video that the apostle, because I'm not watching that other video, man. I ain't watching that shit, man. That shit ain't gonna do nothing but piss me the fuck off, man. You know, and that's just me. You know, you brothers want to, whatever. That's me. But nevertheless, they quoted, you know, to know that they know the scriptures, they quoted the one that the brother had already read about what they was doing, which shows the hypocrisy, like the elder apostle Ramlab, you know, brought out. That's some foolishness, man. It says, verse 26, and every one of them that hear these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the wind blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. And that rain and that flood and that winds and all this destruction and calamity and chaos, it is coming, man. And you're not, the spirit ain't gonna lift up a standard for you guys, man. You guys are gonna get judged, man. Those of you who are wicked. You know, the house of Isupk is falling, man. You know, that's why they keep coming out with these faking ass thug gimmicks, man. And it came to pass when Yahushua ended these sayings that the people were astonished at his doctrine, for he taught them as one having authority and not as the scribes, because the scribes was down for those gimmicks, man. You know, the wicked of the scribes, man. You know, he taught them as one that have authority, because he did have authority. He had he had the authority of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right. That's why they asked him about what How do we teach these things? About what authority, if I'm saying it right, do you teach these things, man? The same that gave John, a righteous, holy man of the Lord, the authority to baptize, the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Pun intended, man. You know, this is Proverbs 11:31. It says, "Behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth. How much more the wicked and the sinner?" These dudes are gonna get smoked, man, by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, because the righteous are gonna be paid back for their reward for their things, man. You know, we going through our shit right now, even as the hopeful elect, the righteous man of the Lord. That's why the prophet Micah said that I will bear the indignation, and then I'll see my enemy cast down as Maya in the street. She that is my enemy be cast down as Maya in the street, because we're bearing our punishment, man. You know, we're gonna get our judgment, man. But hopefully that reward at the end for us is deliverance from this pestilence and this salvation and this chaos that's going on, that's finna happen throughout the earth, man. But these guys ain't got no shield, man. You know, they proved themselves to be the fucking fools that they are, man. And I'm gonna call them some fucking fools, because everything that they did was fucking foolishness, man. You know, now I ain't gotta make up no corny nicknames and shit for them, man. They gonna bear their own shame, man. But with that being said, man, call halal yim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakal Kadash. Alright, double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well, and shalom and salutation to the hopeful elect.